wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 messiest pop group breakups.
So don't let it go, we can make some more.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we'll be looking at the era-defining splits and the bitterest separations from the UK's favourite pop bands and groups. Which band breakup broke your heart the most? Share your story in the comments. Number 10. Hearsay. As the first UK band to be manufactured on TV under the eyes of the nation, the winners of ITV's Pop Stars didn't get an easy ride. From cleaners and waiters to the country's fastest selling artists in a few short weeks, they bagged a number 1 with their single Pure and Simple, but were booed at the Brits and torn apart by the press. Kim Marsh left the band suddenly, believing that another bandmate had sold a damning story about her. But the papers blamed the split on female rivalry between Kim and Mylene.
But according to the press, the fights were a lot more serious.
Kim's replacement Johnny didn't last long either before the band's new single flopped and the public turned against them. After just 20 months together, Hearsay were over.
Whatever happens, the band born on TV have never forgotten what it took to become pop stars.
Number 9. Little Mix. As the most successful girl group in UK history, it appeared that Little Mix could do no wrong. But when BBC documentary Odd One Out aired in 2019, it became clear that all was not well behind the scenes. Jessie was struggling with her mental health due to relentless online trolling, and in 2020, it was announced that she had left the group.
This is never, sorry, I just remember thinking this is never gonna go. Like, I'm gonna constantly wake up and just feel sad for the rest of my life.
However, next thing we knew, she was pursuing a solo career. Her debut video with Nicki Minaj faced accusations of blackfishing. Leanne liked a post directed at Jessie. Nicki defended Jessie in a controversial Instagram live, then the girls released a new single with lyrics that felt very pointed. The band goes on, but is this the end for their friendship?
Are you still talking to any of them, or...?
No, we're not talking anymore, but do you know what? I know it's sad, but
It is
there is
awful.
honestly, there is no bad blood from my side.
Number 8. The Beatles. The breakup of the Beatles has often been attributed to John Lennon's second wife, Yoko Ono. But according to the band themselves, the cracks had already begun to show long before she came on the scene.
How could one girl split the Beatles, or one woman, you know? The Beatles were drifting apart on their own, you know.
The worldwide phenomenon that was Beatlemania and the death of their manager Brian Epstein both took their toll. Creative differences also played a part. John Lennon was sick of silly love songs, and George was writing more prolifically, but still struggling to get his stuff onto the albums.
Over the years, I had such a lot of songs mounting up that I really wanted to do, but I only got my quota of 1 or 2 tunes per album.
After a decade at the top, it seems the Fab Four were growing up, drifting apart, and ready for the band to come to a natural end. But who made the final decision? According to Paul, it was John.
But there was a meeting where John came in and said, "Hey guys, I'm leaving the group."
Number 7. One Direction. After coming third place on the X Factor, One Direction shot to fame both at home and abroad. Every Directioner has their favourite band member, but Zayn fans were in for a shock in 2015 when he announced he was leaving the group mid-tour.
I never really wanted to be there, in the band.
After releasing a statement in which he expressed a desire to escape the spotlight and be a normal 22-year-old again. In the time-honoured tradition of band leavers, he embarked on a solo career almost immediately. Since 1D's split, the boys have all gone in different directions with their music, highlighting the creative differences that Zayn now says were a factor in the breakup.
Harry, did you ever think, oh, maybe we should get someone else? Maybe we should bring someone else into the band?
No.
Number 6. Take That. Back before One Direction were even born, another British boy band began taking over the world. Or the UK, anyway. They never made it to America. When Take That split in 1995, the expectation was that Gary Barlow, the main songwriter and acknowledged talent, would be the one to go solo.
The twist of separation, you excelled at being free.
However, it was Robbie Williams who became the breakout star, while Gary slid into obscurity. Take That reformed as a four-piece man band in 2006, experiencing a second wave of chart success, but Robbie initially refused to join. The story still wasn't over though, and in 2010, Gary and Robbie put the past behind them and reunited for one final tour with all 5 band members. The fans were thrilled.
What a shame we never listened. I told you through the television.
Number 5, The Spice Girls. The Spice Girls were at the height of their fame when in 1998, Geri Halliwell made her infamous shock exit. Geri was suffering from eating disorders and cited infighting and demanding schedules as her reasons, but not until much later.
Oh my god, this is the last time I'm gonna sing this with these girls. I can't do it anymore.
Her bandmates were blindsided by her decision to leave in the middle of a world tour and had waved her off for what they believed was just a brief visit home. According to Mel B, it was bad. She left on my birthday and didn't tell anybody. She just didn't show up.
Well, we searched for her in the hotel and we couldn't find her. And she'd got herself on a flight and headed back to England.
The girls continued the tour without Ginger Spice and even released another album. But the glory days were over.
Look at me. You can take it all because this face is free.
Number 4, Busted. In 2002, Busted burst onto the UK pop scene with What I Go to School For, and during their short career, a further 7 singles charted in the top 3.
That's what I go to school for.
They bagged a handful of awards, including 2 Brits, and were a firm favourite with kids and teens. But despite their success, lead singer Charlie wasn't satisfied with the musical direction of the band. In 2003, he formed Fightstar with a couple of guys he met at a party, and his side hustle naturally caused some tension with the Busted Boys.
And I think that when I met the Fightstar Boys, which is the band that I did afterwards, I sort of found sanctuary in that. And
in 2005, they split, with Charlie deciding to focus on Fightstar, and Matt and James left in the lurch.
I've had the most amazing 3 years, and you know, I want to thank everyone that's helped this band.
Number 3, Sugar Babes. Keisha, Mutya and Siobhan were in their early teens when they first became the Sugar Babes, but the group would go through multiple lineups before returning to its roots. Siobhan left in 2001 and Heidi took her place. Mutya later bowed out and her spot was filled by Amel. Then in 2009, Keisha, the last original, was kicked out following bullying allegations, and new girl Jade was brought in to replace her.
We said, like, we can't allow ourselves to be sort of treated in a certain way, so we're just like, do you know what, we're out in LA, and I spoke to management.
Keisha has since defended herself, saying racism played a part in both the accusations and the way she was depicted in the media. The official group fizzled out after their new album flopped, but in a shock twist, the original 3 reformed and claimed back the Sugar Babes name in 2019.
I would say that being teenagers, a lot of miscommunication happens.
Number 2, Oasis. As the frontmen of Britpop band Oasis, the Gallagher brothers are almost as famous for their family feud as for their music.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
Slating each other in interviews and on Twitter, Noel paints a picture of Liam as unprofessional and violent, while Liam casts Noel as stuffy and pathetic.
Don't like each other, man.
On leaving the band in 2009, Noel said, "People will write and say what they like, but I simply could not go on working with Liam a day longer." As things stand, despite the ongoing Twitter insults, it seems that Liam would still get the band back together. For Noel, though, it's a hard pass.
Because you must miss him on stage sometimes. Not particularly, no.
Number 1, Steps. This British pop group was a formative part of many millennial childhoods, but it wasn't until the release of documentary Steps, The Reunion, that we learned what was going down behind the scenes. At one of the most awkward table confrontations ever filmed, the group spilled the tea on all the petty jealousy, favouritism and backstabbing that characterised the Steps' years.
Why did you resign an hour or two before the show?
That was shit, wasn't it?
It was shit. It was, darling.
Did Claire get all the best solos? Did the other girls ostracise her? Was H's secret relationship with the band manager the reason he got all the best TV spots? Did Claire betray him by revealing his secret to the others? Did H and Claire sell the others out by leaving to pursue a solo career? Basically, there was so much drama.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.